Hi everyone, I'm Brooke Lavender. Today I'm going to talk about two topics that I found most interesting in this criminology course. First, how crime and technology are linked, and second, overcrowding of prisons and the increase in juveniles serving time. Although we have seen a lot of advances in technology and other aspects of criminology, with that came a decline in the state of criminology in my opinion. There have been many advancements in technology used in the field today, such as surveillance cameras, GPS, and the most important one being the computer database that police officers use. The book states that emerging technologies promise to keep criminologists and law enforcement agents in step with high-tech offenders. Not only do these advancements help the police officers that are trying to eliminate crime, but they're also used as an aid by criminals to commit more high-tech crimes. So it seems the more advanced we get trying to eliminate crime, it is indirectly giving an advantage to those criminals that use technology as the source of their crime. The book words it well when it says, criminally useful or evasive technologies and law enforcement capabilities commonly leapfrog one another. For example, Simmons in the article titled Why 2007 is Not Like 1984, A Broader Perspective on Technology's Effect on Privacy and Fourth Amendment Jurisprudence, focuses on how the advancement of technology was important for creating more privacy in your everyday life. But what he also found in his research was that this gave more room for crimes to be committed secretly. He states, individuals, including criminals, can now conduct many more activities secretly, particularly activities which involve communicating, storing, or processing information. The more advanced this technology gets, the more trusting people are about putting out their personal and important information, allowing there to be a mass of information in a generalized location for criminals to get a hold of. While privacy is an important part of the Fourth Amendment, these advancements could be more detrimental than beneficial for making us feel like we have that privacy. So now to switch gears a little bit, the state of criminology is on a decline in my opinion. The line is blurred between what crimes deserve time and which crimes do not. It seems as if the justice system is trying to paint a picture to people that any sort of crime can lead to sentencing, which then leads to people receiving punishment and serving time that doesn't match the crime committed. In the video we watched on Frontline, we saw the overcrowding of the prison in Kentucky and how over the years the number of prisoners had increased from 300,000 prisoners to 2.3 million. Prisons were beyond their capacity, causing prisoners to sleep on the floor, having poor living conditions. A 15-year-old in the video, Demetria, was doing time for skipping school. This is an example of a crime that I feel should not lead to jail time. If the prisons are being filled with kids who are skipping school, they're going to try and free up space somehow, so by releasing prisoners who have maybe committed more severe or violent crimes. In today's society, it is becoming more common for juveniles to be locked up. I understand why a juvenile that's committed a severe or violent crime would be given time, but when it is as much as skipping school or disobeying their parents, I feel that there is a different route that could be taken. I don't think at a young age juveniles can fully express themselves when being interrogated and may be misunderstood completely by the justice system. According to Feld in the article called Police Interrogation of Juveniles, an Empirical Study of Policy and Practice, he states, social expectations of obedience to authority and children's lower social status make them more vulnerable than adults during interrogation. I believe this to be true because as a juvenile you lack knowledge of your full rights, and being in a situation with the law can often terrify kids alone. He also states that less powerful people, such as juveniles or racial minorities, often speak indirectly with authority figures to avoid provoking conflict. This can lead to juveniles serving time when they shouldn't be. Another aspect that we have seen change in the justice system is juveniles being tried in adult courts. I can understand this to an extent. Depending on the crime committed, but there are also a lot of reasons I believe some juveniles shouldn't be taken to adult court. In an article called Juvenile Inmates in an Adult Prison System, Quayne Lang states that the changes mandated by these laws included lowering the age at which juveniles could be transferred to adult court, expanding the list of crimes for which juveniles could be transferred, and modifying the transfer process, such as by making it easier for prosecutors to file cases directly in adult courts. Juveniles being tried in adult courts are causing there to be more severe sentencing, which might not be the case if they were being tried in a juvenile court. Personally, I feel that sentencing for juveniles is more generalized than it should be. It seems as if they're trying to set an example instead of dealing with the situation case by case and giving a fair trial to the juveniles. So the point I'm trying to get across today is that while there has been many advancements and positive changes in the justice system, there are still areas that need to be reevaluated and taken into account, especially with juveniles. Thanks.